Okay, so today we learn about chapter 5. What you guys can see on the screen there. So remember, for this, for all the module that you learn in the universities, we always set the question according to the learning outcomes. Okay, so today we'll learn about network. Network means you build a spider web. What I mean by spider web? We'll look something. There are two forms in this module. You will see bubble pointing to another bubble. Okay, you have a start to end process. Okay, so in this, when you build the spider web, what is important is the arrow, this one, the bubble, and then some activity inside there. This is the first form. Second form is the same, but you will see you change the bubble into rubrics, into 6 box. It will be the same, huh? So the box one will help you to do analysis a bit faster and more effective. So the rest of this we will point out when we come to that particular slides. Okay, project management definition already done in the previous chapter. So this one you read lah, got definition for activity, project, and project management. Okay. So all these things, when you do project planning, you will go through project management process, have 3 main process. When you do project management, you will do planning, scheduling, control. Actually, it's 5. Initialization, planning, executing, monitoring, and closing. Right? So these are the things you read. Okay. Then you'll come across a Gantt chart, means the project progress, monitoring tools, Gantt chart, something like this. You should able to understand already. So we're going to convert the Gantt chart into the spider web here, which is the network, right? With the network. So nowadays we already have technology to help you to build all these things. You only need to key in the activities, the time frame, then there's the software will run at the background and show you the spider web or network. Okay. In later chapter, in this chapter, the last part, you will use the statistic tools that you learn in your mathematics, where you use a sigma, you do estimation. Okay. So if you already got what you learned in statistics, you need to flip back some of the theory you learn in the statistics. So you will learn the probability of success using this normal curve here. Okay. So when we look at project planning, right? Project planning, your KPI as project manager is the P&L, project and loss. So in your P&L statement, there's one term is important, which is ROI, in return on investment, right? So this one, very simple mathematic formula here. What is ROI? ROI is a measurement of your performance, right? What performance? Your project performance. Within is you always take output divided by your input, right? So output means your profit, right? Input means your investment, the money you put inside there. So this is the textbook definition. ROI, you take the gain from the project minus the cost divided by the cost. right? So in more simpler terms, it means output divided by input lah. So if the test 2 asks you give the definition of ROI, you just write in this form lah. Okay. You can write profit, but you have to give definition of what mean by profit. Okay, you can write profit here, profit divided by cost, but in another space somewhere there, you need to write profit equal to your expenses minus your cost, not expenses, your operation revenue minus your cost is revenue. Okay. Now revenue, there's another word called revenue. REVNUE. Revenue is money that you collect. For example, you selling burger. Example, I'm very big in. For example, burger. One burger you are selling at 5 ringgit. So in that period of business, for example, one night, 3 hours after you open 6 p.m., you close at 9 p.m. So by the time you close, you sell maybe 100 burger. You have collected 500 ringgit that night. That 500 is revenue. Means the total cash go into your right, go into your pocket. It's called revenue. Okay, the rest is it's not profit. Don't confuse with profit. Revenue is the total cash that you collected that night. For example, I give a burger example lah. Right? Now, what I mean by profit? Profit is your revenue minus your cost, everything lah, stuff, you hire staff or everything, your cost. Right? So for example, you have vegetable, you have bread, right? And maybe you hire a staff or yourself, right? And then maybe you rent a store. So one night maybe you rent 50 ringgit per night. Yourself, you pay yourself maybe 200 per night labor cost. So the raw material for this one maybe 100, not. So one burger will be maybe 2 ringgit, the cost, right? So you have to minus lah. So revenue, let's say you collected 500 that night, minus cost. So cost is 2 ringgit. So yeah lah, 2 ringgit multiply 100 burgers. So minus 200, no. Then minus your labor cost, you minus the rental. So your profit is 50 ringgit. So this is a basic understanding on business on all these terms. Okay, so when you write your answer later in your test 1 or in your test 2 or final exam, don't simply use all these words. Okay, some of you in your test 1 you use the wrong word. I didn't give you marks. I haven't finished mark yet, but so here I make a remark there. If a project don't have a positive ROI, and if there is other projects with higher ROI, you choose the other projects. Okay. So in your answer for test or final exam, you need to tell me what is your methodology, what is your tools, what is your model that you use. So these are the tools that you use in your planning stage. In your planning stage or in your project management tools. So this Gantt chart, I won't test you on how to build a Gantt chart, but I will see this one in your report. In your report, you need to include the Gantt chart for your projects, for your water rocket projects. Make sure you have that. Okay, milestone, this one chart is almost the same like the Gantt chart. You can put them together. Line of balance, this one is not line of balance usually in the production floor. This one no need in your projects. Network is what we're going to learn. So network will have all this lah, CPM, TPM, and graphical review. So we will introduce you later. Okay, so these are the definition, line of balance. So this one more in the production floor. Okay. Okay, the rest you read. Okay. Then I think next important slides here. As you can see in your test one, we like to ask you advantages, disadvantages. So this slide is important if the coming question asks you about the advantages of network scheduling techniques. So we expect you to extract somewhere from here. So here got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe we expect you to memorize 5 or 4 points from here. Okay. So these are the keywords that we are looking at. So network scheduling or tabling or schedule plannings is asked you to do plannings, prediction, evaluate alternative methods or alternative solution, and help you to do decision making. So it's 4 types of decision, right? 4 types of decision. At the stage gauge, if you use stage gauge model, so at the gate, they have 4 types of decision. First, proceed without changes. Second, proceed with changes. Third, you don't have enough information, so ask for wait and get more information. No decision make, right? So you need to mention all these keywords. Last one is the hard one, is cancel projects. So 4 types of decision. Okay. Checking progress, do reporting. Then review the interdependence of activity, means the relationship between stage 1, stage 2, or relationship between the activities. This one, facilitate what if exercise. What if is a risk management, or in the previous chapter, you see the word trade-off, risk management. Critical path, later we will learn. Risk analysis, in this module, we won't go deep into risk analysis. Okay. So later, I will keep repeating event, activity, duration, effort, critical path. Okay. Event is a milestone where the activity start or finish, which is the from start to end, the whole length of this from the start to end, that what I draw on the whiteboard here. This is called event. It's called event. Activity is the element. So each of these circle or the rubrics here is activities. Right? Duration is time. Effort is amount of work. So this one is how busy is your schedule. Critical path, this is important. Critical path, the word critical path, we are referring to the longest time you need to take. Right? Longest time you need to take to complete the projects from your spider web or from your network. Okay. Okay. First network is called critical path. This one is CPM. CPM is critical path methods. You will see something like on the screen. You will see circle, 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 and then node number 1, go to node number 2, go to node number 3. Arrow is always pointing from the left to right. Okay, arrow always pointing to the left to right. careless mistake in tests, usually some of the students, they will forget to put in arrow. They will just draw line. So the whole network wrong because you're not giving direction. Okay. The component, the circle is called node. The arrow is called branch. So there are two. CPM or critical path method. There's a term called AON, activity on the node. Activity on the node means your activity names will be here. This is AON. Activity on the node. Second type of network is called activity on the arrow, AOA. You'll see activity name here. This is AOA. So there are two, AON and AOA. So be careful on the coming test. Don't confuse between AOA and AON. So if the question asks you to draw or sketch a network based on AON, then we expect the activity is on the node, on the circle. If you write your activity on the arrow, then wrong. Means the whole chart or whole diagram is wrong. Okay. So I'll give you an example. So let's say we have an activity, we want to draw activity on the arrow, right? So this is a Gantt chart, a progress chart to build a house. So for example, activity number 1, you design house, you obtain the finance house loan, all these things. Lay foundation means you put in the cement, you have the piling, all these things. Order, receive materials. Okay, then you build houses. Select paint, you want to do painting, so you need to select paint, you select carpet to do furnishing, then you finish the work. So you look at the Gantt chart, the unit of time here is what? Month. So for design and financing, how long it takes? 2.5. 2.5. Who read 2.5? It's 3. It's 3. Lay foundation, how long? This is 3 months. Lay foundation is 2 months. Order receive is 1 month. Build houses is 3 months. Select paint is 1 month, and this one is 1 month. Okay, so from here you can see the sequence. The sequence. You cannot select carpet before you complete lay foundation. Okay, so there's a sequence there. So for example, when you design, your lay foundation cannot start before you finish the house loan and the design. You cannot start. And you can do lay foundation and start ordering material at the same time. These two, it can be start at the same time. Then you build houses only after you lay foundation and build materials. Okay, you see there's a gap there here. Okay. So when you do plannings or project management, this will be your life jacket. Meaning you can push this process 1 month, or in this case it's 1 month, 1 month later before you start to build the house. This will be your life jacket here. Okay. So select, when you start build houses can go parallel with the painting. As you build the house, you can start painting. So you can only buy carpet after you have done the painting. If not, if you've done painting before, the paint will drop on the floor. So if you put carpet, then the paint will drop on the carpet. So it's not not the logic move. Then you finish work after you have built the houses. Finish work here, maybe you hand over the houses, key handling, and all these things. Okay. We want to do activity on the arrow. So I just show you the answer. See if you understand or not. So activity on the arrow means you write the activity on the arrow. Okay. So for example, you have a few nodes there. Node number 1, go to number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So how do you build? You build by drawing bubbles, and then you look at the activities there. So for example, the first one, design house and obtain financing is the first activities. And the network name is activity on the arrow. So you can write design houses on the top or below, doesn't matter. And then the number on the arrow is the time that it needs. For example, design houses and obtain financing is 3 months. So you write 3 on the arrow. The sequence can flip, doesn't matter here. You can write 3 below, yes. Yes. Usually I give you table. Okay, I give you table. Then I give you the word called predecessor or precedence activities. Okay, so here we change from Gantt chart into this AON. Okay, Gantt chart to AON. Okay, later we'll come to here. So here, I want to highlight here. So you see activity node number 2. When you finish design house, you have 2 activities. One is lay foundation, one is receive order. So at node number 2, you split into 2 arrows. Split into 2 arrows. One is 2, one is 1. So there's a general rules when you build network. You cannot draw 2 arrows in the diagram. This is no. And when you draw arrow network, please use straight line. Please use straight line, straight arrow. If you draw something like this, it's wrong. No curve arrow, use straight arrow. So if you have these 2 activities and the general rules of a network, you cannot have 2 arrows. So how you go around this one? We introduce a term called dummy. Means you split already. Then, like for example, this one. At node number 2, you split into 2. One go to the foundation, one go to the order material. Then usually we put the higher duration one on the top or below, doesn't matter. Then we will build a dummy. The time there is 0. Okay, so the dummy here is you put there so that when you're monitoring the process, you know that you need to you have some free time of 1 week at this stage here, for example. Okay. Then at node number 4, after you complete, okay, so this is node number 1 here. Then we come here, node number 2. So here finish already, node number 3. Sorry, 3 is here, 4 is here. So when you reach node number 4 there, you have two activities. Actually, 2 activities. And then there's some overlapping activity here. So you go to node number 4, you build houses. Build houses 3 months. So you draw an arrow, 3 months. But here you have, when you build houses, you also select paint. So you split into 2 arrows again. Okay, here you split into 2 arrows again. Okay, here you split into 2. Okay, this is node number 4. So here also, node number 2, you split into 2 because they start at the same time. Okay, you split. When you split, then this one continue after these activities. select pane. So that's why you see after select pane, you go to select carpet. So there's a node there. Then they will combine at one point with this node number 6 here. So this one will be 5 here. So they will combine at one stage with this after you build houses will be activity or finish work. Then close with node number 7. This is AON methods. Usually I won't ask AON. I won't ask too simple. Too simple cannot. If you take diploma, yes. Degree level, this is not your level. Too simple for you. Okay. A word here, you will see in the test, precedence, this word. Precedence relationship means you need to follow the sequence. What I mean by pre? Pre means before. Precedence means before. For example, precedence activities of laying foundation will be this one. Precedence. Okay. Yeah, I need to go fast a bit. Okay, dummy. Okay. So dummy, this is the purpose of input dummy, is insert into the network to show a precedence relationship, but it does not represent any actual passage of time. Just show it the relationship. Dummy, 2 or more activity cannot share the same start and node with this I draw on the whiteboard just now. It cannot share, 2 arrow cannot go into 1. Okay. I mean, it cannot split and then go into 1. Okay. But this is just a concept. I won't ask you this one. Okay, yeah. Yes, go ahead. What's your question?
Select paint and select carpet is not starting from 4, right? Select paint is starting from 5, right?
Select paint is the same time as build house. When you start build house, you can select paint already.
But the starting point is from 5.
Yeah, this one, they both start same time. You see the select paint here? This is number 4. Number 4 go to these 2. Number 5 is where? Is this one. This after you select paint only can go to carpet. Okay, so that's why you put the 5 there. Yeah. So this is just a remark there. This is where the existing of dummy, we cannot do this one incorrect way, means there's no 2 arrow into from one node to another node. This is incorrect presentation of network. So how you correct this one? By using dummy. Okay, usually dummy was assigned to the longest time of activities. Okay, this is just a remark lah. So if you do more exercise, you will know lah. Okay, the next one. So I show you the AOA. Most of the time I will ask you question on AON. Just now, activity on the arrow, you will see activity on the arrow. Most of the time, I will ask you question using activity on the node, AON. Activity on the node, you see activity on the node rather than on the arrow. Okay. For your info, this presentation, I think got some arrow wrong there, but the concept is there. The arrow is, I think, pointing wrong in, I think is this arrow wrong, if not mistaken. You need to check back lah. Okay, so when you do activity on a node, the node you can split into 2. Number 1 here is activity number, and then this one is the time, the time. So activity number 1 is this one. Activity number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. How you know the number of activities? You go to the table or Gantt chart. So in this case, you assign yourself, this one, activity number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. So these are the steps when you do the method. Okay. So here, these slides actually show you side by side what is the difference between AOA and AON. Just for your hints, most of the time I like to ask question on AON. Okay. Maybe test 2, I will ask you the AOA. Maybe, I don't know. I will let you know if it's come out. I haven't set the question yet. Okay. So in AON, don't use dummy. In AON, I highlight here, you do not require dummy. Dummy only exists in AOA network. Okay. And if can, don't do like this. If can, don't have crossing. Can. Okay, basic idea on all these things. So, okay, let me check. I think this arrow is wrong, not mistaken. Order material, go to build houses. There's some arrow is wrong in there. Let me see. Lay foundation, go to build houses. Okay. The next one is to calculate the critical path. Again, definition of critical path is the longer path that you can see in the network. So what is the path? Path is like you are calculating the way of water flow inside this network. It's like you put in the water pipe here, right? So this is your hose here, open. So the water will go inside here. Then you count how the water flow, right? So one way is 1, go to 2, go to 4, go to 7. This is path number 1. Okay, path number 1. Then if I use this diagram, so the second one, 1 to 2, go to 2, go to 5, go to 6, go to 7 is number 2. Then path number 3, 1 go to 3, go to 4, go to 7. So if this one come out in test, this is your sketch. You just use different color pen or you use the different presentation of line. So fourth part will be here, right? So if I use this AON, there are 4 paths, right? So 4 paths, then you need to calculate time. So path number 1, so you write path 1. If you label path 1, path 1, you double dot, you write 1, 2, 4, 7.
So we need to write the activity or time.
So this one is the activity. So then you calculate the time. So I'll show you on the slides. Okay. So these are the 4 pathway. If we follow the AON, we follow the AON. Any one of you don't understand the path? And what I draw on the whiteboard here. So A is 1, 2, 4, 7. B is 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. 3 is 1, 4, 1, 3, 4, 7. D is 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is the station that they pass through. Then you put a double dot behind there. Huh? Okay, so this side is more on the path activity they path. Then you you do a short calculation there. You can draw a short line here. Then you calculate time. So for example, activity number 1, you need 3 months. 2, you need 2 months. 3, you need 3 months, 7 months here. You copy from here. Okay, then you calculate it's 9 months. Right? Careless mistakes usually start from where? Huh? Careless mistakes usually start from the number that you write inside here. This is careless mistakes most of the time. You know how to calculate, but when you copy transfer data from the question to your answer sheet, sometimes maybe because of your handwriting, some of you, your handwriting very creative one. Like for example, 5, you can write something, I don't know, it can be something look like 3 one. Some of you. I don't know, some of you, some of you like to write something like that, or 7, sometimes also same. 7, sometimes you write something like this. Then you count as 1, some of you, some of the students. So be careful on your writing, especially on numbers. Okay. So when you calculate all this path, you'll find one maximum path that one path with maximum time. So can you calculate? Maybe. Okay. So if you calculate, you'll find that path B will use 8 months, path C will use 8 months, path D will use 7 months. So maximum is 9 months. Okay. So from this calculation, path A is the critical path. Okay. There are 4 methods to identify critical path. This is method number 1. Very traditional, very slow method. Okay. In test, very popular question. We like to ask you what are the method or methods to determine critical path. This is method number 1. Method number 1, later I will give you the answer, but method number 1 is calculate, identify the path, then calculate the maximum time. This is method number 1. Okay. Okay. This critical time or critical path, critical path is this one. Critical path is the activities that must go through 1, 2, 4, 7. This is the critical path. Don't give the wrong answer. If the question asks you what is the critical path, don't give me answer 9 months. 9 months is the reason. 9 months is the reason. Critical path in this case is path number A that go through 1, 2, 4, 7. That is the answer. Then you need to explain why that one is a critical path. After you mention this one, you need to explain. Because path A used 9 months, which is the longest time needed to complete the projects. Okay. So this project is building a house. Building a house, you need to tell your customers what is the maximum minimum time you need. You cannot tell your customer 7 months. You will squeeze your resources. You only tell the maximum time in your projects. Although the word minimum here might be confusing for some of you, but critical path will tell you what is the, when you do negotiation, what is the time that you need to use? What is the number that you use in your contract so that you don't tie yourself. So critical path is the longer path through a network that use the longest time. Use the longest time. So don't confuse with this minimum and longest. It's actually is the path that use the most time in the project. So this is activity start time. So this is just to highlight some gate that you need to start. For example, activity one, you need 3 months. So to start activity number 3, you need to, because you see the arrow, right? So activity number 3, you need to wait 3 months before you can start activity 3. That's why there's a note here. This is not your answer. You don't need to write this one. This is just a understanding of the network. Okay. So same with this one. So activity number 2, need to wait 3 months before you can start activity number 2. Then here, activity number 4. Activity number 4, why you only can start after 5 months? You need to check the activity. So to reach to activity number 4, you follow the path. 3 plus 2 is 5. Is there any path to reach number 4? Yes, which is here to here, then to here. So activity number 4 got 2 options. One is 1 to 3, which is only spend 4 months. Then you reach here. Option number 2, 1 to 2, then go to number 4. Time is 5 months. We are very conservative planner. So we use the maximum time to start activity number 4. That's why you see 5 months. We start at 5 months. After 5 months, after 5 months, you start the projects. Yeah, so this one you need to keep in mind. We always have the most conservative methods in all our calculation. We don't go for risky move throughout this module. If you need to do calculation, think of what is the most security answer that you can give to your customers. Okay. Okay, then this one, 6 months. 6 months also same. You need to check what is the path to reach number 6. So here 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6 months. But other way of reaching 6 also from here. You can go to 1, 3, 5, and then 6. So 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So again, you have 2 options. Then we are very conservative planner. We will use the longest time to plan for our projects. Don't squeeze yourself. Don't squeeze yourself. When I start my first job as a project engineer, I squeeze myself very, very, very the schedule, and then all my staff, they are very angry. Then as I earn more experience, then I know how to mark up the things, how to plan for projects. Right? It's better you plan for a longer time than a shorter times. Okay.
Overlapping, right? The arrows.
Overlapping.
Like 3 to 4, that one like that.
Yeah, we try not to lah. Try not to lah. Try not to lah. Right. Yeah, try not to lah.
Down.
You try to put this one over here. Put this one down. You click the 2 and 3. Try not to lah, but some cases cannot avoid, then I will tell you lah. But general rules, try not to. Why? Because it will be like electronics rules. If you cross something, you might overlook the activities. When you manage project, you might lose some focus there. Yeah, this is the purpose why I don't encourage there. Okay. We start to introduce you another method. It is the Rubik's methods. Okay. Can lots of information since 30 minutes ago. Two types of network, AON, AOA. AOA will have the dummy. AON don't have. AON will be like the one you see on here. This is a popular question. Okay, here we start to introduce you what is a critical path. Critical path is the path. It's not the time. Time is the reason why it is a critical path. Don't confuse between the reason and the answer that we're looking for. Okay. Okay. And we have introduced you method number 1. A very old method. Now we introduce you another method of calculating critical path. We introduce you this rubrics. This rubrics, we are going to transform this network, AON network, into this form. All the bubble will transform into 6 rubrics here. Okay. On the top will be the earliest component. Below the rubrics will be the latest component. Means the earliest you can start, earliest you can finish. Below there is the latest and latest finish. On the top left corner is activity number. This one is the time duration. So basically these two on the left will be copied from the bubble. Direct from the bubble. You just expand another 4 spaces behind the bubble. Okay. You will be forced to use this form. You don't need to draw like this one. As long as I saw 6 room there, then you are fine. Okay. Don't confuse the sequence. Don't confuse the sequence. So here we just use the acronym or short names. So this one you know already, activity number. This is a time. So this is the ES, EF. So this one below one is the latest something. So latest start, latest finish. Yeah, so these are the new terms for this module that you learn. Okay. Anyway, this one usually will be stated in the question. If you forget, you'll still see this one in the question. So no reason you don't know or you don't know. Okay. Then I will just teach you the steps how to write the number inside the rubrics. Okay. The definition of ES, EF, all this you read from the slides. Okay. There are 2 methods in building the rubrics. One is called forward pass. It's like passing the basketball. You do forward pass. You throw the ball to the front. Means you pass a number to the front. There's another method. It's called back pass or backward pass. Means the ball is here. You do the back pass. Means you throw the basketball to the back. Okay. Now, how to memorize this forward pass, backward pass? Numbers on the top, which is the earliest component, you do forward pass. But you want to throw inside the basketball ring, right? You throw forward. You want to throw to the back, you usually do backward pass. Right? So the numbers in the latest one, in these 2 box, in L something, LS or LF, you do backward pass. You pass a number to the back. Means forward pass, you always start from the left to right. Backward pass, you always start from the back to the front. Okay, these are the two methods. Okay. The rest you read. The rest is the textbook, the explanation you read. Okay. So we start to learn forward pass already. Forward pass, you can forget about the formula, but I'll just use the graphical method to teach you how to calculate ES. Where is ES? ES is this box, right? How to get ES? You take, ES is the maximum of the immediate precedence. This number, you copy from the front. Yeah, you copy from the front. Okay, let's say this start, right? This is start. When you start, you copy from the front. There's no one in front. Usually 0. The first one usually is 0 because there's no one in front of him. This one is you take the front one, maximum intermediate, that one. So 0. Then EF is you take ES plus the T. This one, you look front, or you look for the previous arrow, right? Look for a previous arrow. You know that your previous, you will see this one, something like this. You'll see arrow pointing to this one. This one, you copy from the immediate successor. Okay, later I'll explain this one. How to get this number? You take this number plus this number equal this number. 3 plus 0 equal 3. It also means forward pass. You pass the basketball in front. Okay, forward pass. Plus this one plus this one. It's called forward pass. Okay, then you pass along until the last one. Yeah. So first step to build these rubrics, you must build this one first. Okay, build this one first. You build AON first. Then convert the bubble into this one. Or if you want to fast, you can skip the bubble, straight away draw rubrics also can. Because the bubble numbers is on the left column. If you want to skip this step, also can. Unless the question very specific, asks you to use bubble form, then you need to use this presentation. The question will be very, very specific one. If the question already mentioned you need to use this one, then you draw like this. Then if the question mentioned further develop your network using this presentation, then you change the bubble into this form. Arrow still the same. Okay, can I? Okay, so you already know how to do the EF already. Okay. By looking at the table here, are you able to fill in the blanks? We are doing forward pass. So here, this number is what? 3. This one you know is the first one, so 0. So 3 plus 0, 3. Then you can move on the 2, right? So here you copy, this is 2, this is 1. You pass the number to here. So this one arrow, pull here, you see 3, right? You see 3, right? Copy 3 over here. Copy this number here. Yes. So this one you pass forward, this one plus this one, 5. This one same. 3 pass here. This is 4. Okay, everyone okay? Now it's a challenge. When 2 options go there, you see 4 and 5, right? Which one you choose? Be very, very conservative. So we use the maximum number. 4 and 5, you need to choose one. So here is 5. Number 4, you refer to here is 3. Here is 8. Here also same. This one go 2 arrow. Let's say I need to check this one. But this one, if you refer to this one, you choose 5. So this one, you refer to here 1, it will be 6. Yeah. You apply the same for the one. Here, 6, you copy 6, 1. You copy this number over here, 6, so 7. Then here, 8. Okay, so these 2 go into here. You need to choose also. So 7, this is 1. So you need to choose between 7 and 8. So choose 8. So 9. So this number is important. This is the last station. The question will ask you, what is the minimum time to complete the projects? 9 months. The answer is 9 months from this calculation, or from the earlier one, the path 1, 2, 3, 4, or A, B, C, D, maximum time. That is the answer for minimum time of completing the project. Don't confuse with the word minimum. Because you are managing project, is not, don't micro the things. Don't go into that, this one. So be careful on when, if the question asks you, what is the minimum completion time? This actually is asks you the another opposite meaning. It asks you to tell me what is the time that you can commit to the customers. Okay, in this case, it's 9 months. Okay. So I delete all the numbers. I show you the numbers. So you can check the numbers. Just now is like what? So I have a highlight there. I have a highlight there. So I put here not 4 because we are very pessimistic. We don't want to squeeze our resources. Okay. Now we already learned how to do forward pass already. Now we do backward pass. Backward pass means we start the calculation from the last station. Meaning we start from this box here. This box here, first number, yeah. So this is a reference answer. So we start with these 2 things. Latest start time is this one. Latest start is here. Latest finish is there. So there's a calculation there. We start with latest finish. Latest finish is the immediate following the activities. Like for example, you copy, usually this one is start from the back. So the numbers of you copy will be the same as the earliest finish if it's the last activities. Okay. The calculation is because it's backward pass, we minus the time. So what you do, how to get this number? This one you copy from the previous one. Right? You copy from the previous one. And this is the latest finish. Means the maximum time that you need to spend for that project. Usually is the critical path time. Or you just copy from the top, usually. Okay, so we are now doing at the last station here. Usually this number is the same as this one. If it is the last station, you just copy the last one. How to get this number? You take this number minus this number, you get this number. You back pass it. Yeah, you take this number minus the time, you get the answer of this one. Okay, one is forward pass, one is backward pass. So if you understand this one, you can do question for this subject, this topic already. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you the steps. So if you understand, this is backward pass lah. So you understand the forward pass answer now. What is the answer for this box here? What's the answer? 9. How to get answer this one? This one minus this one equal this one minus. So forward one is plus. Below one is minus. It's the same method, but this one you start from the back, you move back there. Okay, so here 8, then this one move back, right? Move back, you need to be careful up there. You see, I show you. Okay, so this one you understand is 8 and 9. But you see activity number 4 and number 5, you need to choose the number to put inside here. This one is the previous one. Previous one is, okay, previous one, you copy from here. So how you get 8? So 7, you should understand lah. You take this one minus this one, get 7. Yeah. Same with the top, also 8. You copy this number. So this one you copy over here. So this one is 5. So here, again, you should be able to see, you copy this number, put over here. So 6 and so on. Okay. Now, the next one will be the choices. Why? Because one got 6, one got 5. One got 6, one got 5. Which one to choose? You need to be careless mistake usually here. What is the latest start? Latest start mean you die you must start already. Okay, so here activity number 3 here, you got 2, 5 and 6 to choose. Right? So here we will choose the minimum time. Just now we choose maximum, right? When you do backward, we will choose the minimum time it needed. Okay. Just be careful on this one. When you do forward pass, choose maximum number. When you do backward pass, choose minimum number if you need to choose at the junction. Okay. So here you got 5 and 6 to choose. Choose 5. Because 5 is the latest start. You want to complete the project, so you are using the latest start time. Okay. That is the difference between backward and backward. So you can see the answer from here. So you see number 5 is here. Because this one and this one also choose from here. Right? So these are 2 options for activity number 2 and number 3. So because you're doing backward, you choose the minimum number. So you choose 5. That's why 5 is there. Then the rest calculation is the same. Okay. So this is 3. What is the number here? There's a number here. You choose minimum and maximum. You have 2 numbers here. What number? You are choosing 3 or 4. You are choosing 3. Okay. So this is how you do it. So if you understand this one, usually it will help you in question number 3, number 2, question number question number 3. Question number 3. You have it in question number 3. But if you done one careless mistakes, the whole diagram wrong already. Usually this one at least 15 marks. At least. It can be 10 marks, but 10 marks will be a very simple diagram. Okay. So I fill in the numbers for you. Okay, you have the numbers. Just now you learn about the methods of finding the critical path. This is a very traditional method just now. You do path A, path B, path C, path D, then you calculate the number. That is method number 1. Then you choose 9 months is the maximum one. Okay, this is method number 1. Method number 2, straight away you read from the chart here, network there. Method number 2, you look at this method number 2. Later. Yeah, later I will put in my side. I have the very nice sentence. I explain the method first so that you understand. All right. Method number 2, you look at center column. Method number 2 is you check the network when this box is called earliest start. When your earliest start number same as your latest start, that is the critical path component. Component. Member means member. Method number 2. This one, right? What else? This one also. This one not same. This one also same. This one yes. This one no. This one no. This one yes. I'm highlighting the members. Then you following the arrow. It will give you the path. What is the critical path? Activity number 1, number 2, number 4, and number 7. Same as the traditional method just now. Okay, it will be member 1 to number 2, number 4, number 7. What is the minimum time to complete? What is the critical path time? 9 months. Same. Here. Okay. Method number 2 is look at the center. Method number 3 is method number 2. Method number 3. You look at this column. You look at earliest finish equal to latest finish. Or you can put in the formula form. This is ES equal to LS. This one, method number 3, EF equal E. Okay? Same, you follow along. Okay, number 1, number 2, same. Number 4, same. This one not. This one have. Method number 3. This one, Method number 4. You need to build a table. It's called slack time. Slack time, what is slack time? Slack time means you curi turang, or in the layman term, smoking time. Right? You can relax and chill. When your slack time equals 0, means you don't have time to go and smoke. Then that is a critical member. Means you cannot stop. It's a very important project. You cannot no time to smoke, no time to relax. How you get slack time? Same. You take there's a formula there, but the concept's there. Okay, I'll show you the slides. Show you the slides. For method. This is the slack time. Activity slack or slack time is the fourth method. I will go very fast this one. I highlight with the red arrow on the slides there. This is method number 4, where we are calculating the slack time. Okay. So if, as you can see, the one that I highlight with the red arrow, blinking red arrow there, it means that the activity on the critical path must start exactly on time and cannot be delayed at all. If not, the overall project will be delayed. It means that when you manage project, we don't want to have disruption in the schedule. Start and end must be exactly the same. So in your task 1, you write something flexibility, sorry, wrong answer in project management. We don't tolerate flexibilities. Okay. Fourth method, this is a fourth method. Slack this equation. Slack time equal to Ls minus Es, which means you take this one, Ls minus this one equals 0. This one minus this one equals 0. This one minus this one equals 0. For example, this one. 4 minus 3, you get 1. 5 minus 4, you get 1. This is not critical member. 1 means you can have 1 month of smoking period or rest period. You can wait 1 month, then only you start. Okay, so this is the last method, 4 method of determining the critical member. And then you follow the critical member, follow the arrow, that will be your critical path. 4 method, 4 method. Okay. So, or another way is you build a table. You build a table. In the test, you don't need to give me this table. From the answer of this one, you already can tell me which one is 0 already. Yeah. The rest you read. So if you do the calculation, you have 3 months slack time here. But when you manage project, you cannot have 3 months. You have 2 months to relax because you can only afford one activity delay 1 month. Then the maximum time you can play is 2 months. It just means like that lah. Okay, the rest you read. So there are 4 methods, 4 methods. Let me see if I have the slides for that one. Okay, the first method asks you the fourth method, right? So the first one you write this one. This one. The answer is this one. The first method, you identify the critical path with the longest path through the network. Then you sum out the activities to get the minimum completion time. This is the first method. Second method, you write the equation, or you can transform the equation into sentence, which is the ES. This one. Okay, you write the sentence. Later start equal to ES with this one, the numbers in the network. the numbers for later start equal to ES, or then at the back of the sentence you write LS equal to ES, you bracket lah. Third method, you write the sentence latest finish equal to earliest finish, you write LF equal to EF. Okay. This one. Okay. So this is method number 3, method number 4. Sorry, number 2, number 3. Then the last method is slack time. Okay. Slack time, you write the answer is slack time equal 0. So how to get slack time equal 0? LS minus ES equals 0. LF minus EF equals 0. This one. Okay. You use this equation, S equal to ES minus ES equals 0, or ES equal to LF minus EF equals 0 is the fourth method. Or the question can be asked you like, identify the critical path by using slack time method. So you need to show, do you understand how to calculate slack time? So same, you still need to build the same network with the 6 rubric there. If the question asks you to identify the critical path using slack time method, you build the same, then you only need to show, for example, you need to write critical path member. Number 1, slack time for that one is 0 or something. But if you want to build a table also can. I want to build something like this. So can. Okay. As long as your answer you're able to show me 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. You want to build this table also can, or you only need to show me this equation. You write this equation, then you show activity 1. Activity 1, you put in the number equals 0. Activity number 2, you put in the number equals 0. Activity number 4 equals 0, and so on. Okay. Okay. Can I? Okay, so recap what we learned so far and what is important. We learned about network. We have 2 types, AON, AOA. AOA have dummy, and there's a general rules there. Why dummy was created? Because double arrow is not allowed or incorrect presentation. AON, we learn about critical path. So critical path have 4 methods identifying the critical path. Why we need critical path? Because we need to tell our customers what is the minimum time of the projects. We need to put the time in the contract. So we don't put the minimum time of that one, but we put the longest time along the time along the critical path. So there are 4 methods. We'll cover 4 methods. Slack time, and then the middle part of the rubrics, middle and the third. This one is the calculation. There are 4 methods there. Okay. Important is arrow must be straight. Must be straight arrow with the arrowhead. Crossing, try to avoid. But if cannot avoid, then I will mention in the question. But when you start to build the diagram, it's okay, you have a crossing, and you try to tidy up the diagram lah. Okay. 5 more minutes. I go very fast. Another new thing. Then we continue tomorrow. Next one is one more calculation. Is one of calculation used for statistics. Some of you might be familiar. We introduce you 3 names there: most likely time, optimistic time, and pessimistic time. So when you estimate activities, you have these 3. Most likely time is optimistic. Most likely is the minimum time, the one that you see in the bubble, or the mean time, average time. Okay, most likely is a very high percentage that it will happen. Let's say 1 month, then 1 month. Optimistics will be maybe tell you 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Pessimistics, very, very conservative, usually higher than this value. But anyway, this is just a mathematics. So these are the explanation in my slides. I won't ask you this one. I'll ask you to do calculation. Memorize these 2 formula. How to calculate the expected time. A plus 2m plus b. What is A? A is optimistic time. B is pessimistic time. M is the most likely time, divided by 6. Why divided by 6? Because in statistics, you see this curve, or call it distribution graph. This is a normal distribution curve. In statistics or in Six Sigma, we divide the graph into one half and another half. Actually, you can split into like this. We have 6 sections. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, Section 4, Section 5, Section 6. All right. From here to here is most likely time. Means it will cover maybe 80% of the percent probability. This side and this side is optimistics. This is pessimistics. I need to check. To check is either these 2, right? I think this one is pessimistics. This is optimistics. Anyway, important that is you understand why divided by 6. You must understand why it's divided by 6. Because from the graph that you use, you are using statistic method, you are using normal distribution curve. You cut the curve into 6 area. That's why you divide 6. Yeah. How, why 6? This one you ask statistics. Okay. Okay. So later, as we go deeper, we'll learn about Six Sigma and all these things. But most importantly, you're able to understand why divide by 6, because we cut the curve into 6 area. Why 4? I explained why the 4. Because 4 is in the middle part. There are 4 areas in the middle part. Okay. Don't confuse with variance and standard variation. Standard variation with this sigma. You learned about this one already, huh? So I think in other module also, I think you use this one. So variance is square bracket b minus a divided by 6 square. Standard variation is you square the numbers, which is b minus a divided by 6. What is a? What is b? B is pessimistic, a is optimistic. So why we take b minus a? Because pessimistic usually value is higher than here. Maybe I put 3 plus there. This value is plus. Value means time you estimate. Pessimistic means you can't see, you want to be very, very confident that you can complete. So you give longer time in your planning. Okay, so that's why in your calculation, you take b minus a. Pessimistic minus op. Then the y divided by 6 again because you're using normal distribution curve. Okay, don't confuse. This one, these two, read carefully the question. If you want to cheat a little bit, what you do two. You calculate this one and you calculate standard variation, you put in the table. Just in case you don't know. Okay, so there are 3 types of curve. This one is the normal one, you see. Normal one. This one is on the left hand side, this one on the right hand side. See the M, the most likely time will be towards the mean, on the left hand side a bit. It will go towards optimistic. This is optimistic curve because the mean time is the center of the curve is on the left hand side of the time here. Is moving towards the A. A is optimistic. This is pessimistic curve. It moved the maximum peak there is moved towards B. B is pessimistic. Okay, on the graph there is a negative and positive side. Just for your info. On the left is usually negative, on the right is positive. So 3 equation there. Then recall statistics. Distribution, the area under the graph is the probability. One side of the curve is 50%. From here to here is 50% chances. Here to here is another 50% chances of happening. Okay, so a quick one. Okay, a quick one. You memorize the equation. Z value equal to x minus mu divided by standard variation. The standard variation. Just now it's variant. This one you use standard variation value. So don't use the square value here. I've seen student careless mistakes always here. You calculate, or you in the previous section you calculate square, then you get one value. You throw the number here, then wrong. You won't get the correct answer. Okay, I'll give you the example. That one. You will see this graph in this module at the back of the question. Start from your test 2, you will see this chart. Right? So this one you've seen in your statistics. All the formula actually inside the chart. So no reason you cannot remember. The Z value equation is there. No reason you don't know. The labeling is there already. So no reason you don't know how to do. After you do calculation, you read from the value here. This is the probability, chances of happening. For example, 0, 0 means no chances, it won't happen. Maximum value here is 50%. 0.499 means 50%. Yeah. For this chapter, this question, give 4 decimal place answer. 4 decimal place for this. Okay. This one, you go home and read. I just show you the important point. You go and see example 1. You see 3 number, right? 3 number is A, M, and B. This one is A, this one is M, this one is B. Use the formula expected time TE equal to A plus 4M plus B divided by 6. Calculate standard variation B minus A divided by 6 square. Sorry, this is variant. Standard variation sigma B minus A divided by 6. So you need to build a table. Build a table. I straight away show you the answer. There's a lengthy explanation or instruction. Go and read. You will see this format in the test or final exam. I won't give you this one. You only see until here. Here. You need to build these 2 columns. Okay. So you see all these numbers. Again, mean time is A plus 4M plus B equal to 6. You need to write this general equation somewhere in the answer. Then you need to show one set equation somewhere in your solution. You write example to get T estimated time. You write the equation. So for example, activity 1, double dot. You write the equation. T equal to A plus 4M plus B divided by 6. For activity 1, you throw in the numbers. A is 6 plus 4M, 8 plus 10 divided by 6, you will get 8. You only need to show me one sample. The rest you throw inside. You use a calculator, put in the numbers from your calculators. Okay. You only need to demonstrate your understanding with one example. Then you build the tables. Okay. Same with the variance. So variance or activity 1, you write this one. Variance equal to 6 sigma square. B minus A 6 square. So B minus A, you write 10 minus 6 divided by 6 square, you get 0.44. Okay. Okay, so I just highlight there. The exam you need to do. You need to show. You need to calculate this one. This one should come out on. This one should come out on in exam or test. Something like that. Something like example like this. Yes. Yes, do the same. Yes, one. Then, but you build the table. Same. Like the slides answer. Okay. The assignment there. To show your effort, you just do your part. Do your part. Okay. Now, then it asks you to determine critical path. Critical path with 0 slack. So means the question can be asked you to use 0 slack method or slack method to determine. So this one you build. This one you go home and spend time to try to build this one. So this one I need to highlight. How you get 8? You get 8 from this table. For example, activity 1. How to get time of 8 is this one. You calculated one. Not from here. From here. You see, activity 2, 6. Here. Not here. So you see number 4. Activity number 4. is 5, not 4. This answer, this column used for network. This one used for network. Or the rubrics. So this one usually 5 to 8 marks. This one usually 10 to 15 marks. No, this one is one question. So it depends. Sometimes these two will cost 15 marks. It depends on how the distribution. Why? Because the data here, I can see here. Right? You're just projecting the numbers here. So usually, if your numbers is correct in the table, here, if this one is, let's say this one 11 activities, 11 usually will be I will use 10, 0.5. Each one is one set is 0.5, so it's about 5 marks here. Each one of these. Then I'll use minus reduction methods. Means one set wrong, one pair wrong, I will minus 1 mark. Maximum error is 5 set. Is more than 5 error, 0 marks for this question. I don't need to see this one already. Because this one wrong, this one show wrong. Okay, this one got some marks there. For example, presentation means the arrow direction. And the presentation is about 5 to 7 marks. It depends. Because all the numbers here is from the table. So here it will like, if this one 10, this one will be 5. Right? So it will complement each other. But the whole set will be roughly 15 marks. Another 10 marks is explaining why. Ask you to calculate critical time explaining what happened, if something happened, if you shift one activity, what happened, that kind of question. It's more on the understanding of the network. Do you understand what you are drawing or not? That kind of question. Okay. So this one will be, go home and check. Go and check. So from here, if you understand the previous lesson, are you able to identify the critical path by just looking at here? Which one is the member? The most easy one is look at the center or at the back. Either one. Right? Because as long as the same number, slack time 0. So this one same. This one not. So if it's not, then you don't need to see already. This one also not. Don't need to see already. So you follow this member. This one. Then you go to here. No, this one is not. Something wrong here. It should be go up. Here. Something missing. Something missing. So this one not already. Not already. So this one not. So critical member 2, 5, 8, 11. What is the critical time? Maybe it's unclear. What is the critical path time? You have two answers actually. You have 17, is it 17? 17 and 25. What is your answer? You have 17 and 25. What is your critical path? 25. You don't put in contract, don't say 17. You will squeeze yourself. Answer, you answer critical path is 2, 5, 9. You write critical path. Double dot 2 dash 5 dash 9 dash 11. Then write critical time or project time will be 25. 25 unit, you see lah. Here is weeks so 25 weeks. Yeah. So that's the thing. I think we stop here. Who haven't signed, sign your attendance.